So how's everybody doing? It's Saturday. This is probably going to be late. I was hoping to make a report about this earlier, but seeing on what the results have been, as it turns out, EA has caved in. Recent reports have mentioned EA is actually losing money in their stocks, as well as their investors, by 3%. You can go ahead and Google this, EA stocks. And, well, first of all, I'd like to congratulate everybody who's protested the game. Not exactly the things that I was hoping that, would change. I'm pretty sure that this is a big win for us, considering the fact that we don't have to be paying for loot boxes anymore, or at least hopefully. But like I said, don't fall for the apologetic, posts that EA's PR department has, put up about how they've refrained from, leaving the microtransactions in, and that they would be removing them for the time being, as it says on one of their messages that we hear you loud and clear, so we're turning off all in-game purchases. We will now spend more time listening, adjusting, balancing, and tuning. This means that the option to purchase crystals in the game is now offline, and all progression will be earned through gameplay. The ability to purchase crystals in-game will become available at a later date. So by a later date, they are actually saying until our game sales go up, and revenues go up, and whatever other financial technical terms these Wall Street buttfuckers like to call things, they'll be switching it off for the time being until the sales go up on the games. People, don't fall for it, okay? We already got this much ground on EA and all the other bastards from that company that want to bleed us dry of our wallets and financial ability. This is just one step. This is the one step that all these game companies now see the huge risk that they put themselves in when it comes to actually exploiting the gaming community. Now, if this is happening right now at this moment, then EA is actually starting to see things on a red line. That means that we do have ground, that we actually do have the ability to demand what we want and where we want it and how we want it from these game companies that have recently, and I've made a video about this, and I've warned people about this, and I knew this was going to happen, about them charging us for absolutely everything else. Now, DLCs are, they're separate from a game. But this is Star Wars Battlefront 2 we're talking about here, where everything's supposed to be included. Weapons, characters, armor, locations, planets, everything. Everything's included. So DLCs would have to be something completely separate from Star Wars entirely. Now, if they really want to do something like that, they can go ahead and use some of the paperbacks or comic books to, come up with new content and, sell that in a separate, package. But this game, I gotta tell you right now, people, I am disappointed in the fact that I won't be getting the game anytime soon, because I am a huge Star Wars fan. I grew up on Star Wars. I've even protested episodes 1, 2, and 3. Because I'm into that game so much. But this game has literally fucked up in a lot of different ways. Not to mention, they still haven't learned from Battlefront 1. There's a lot of mistakes that they've made on Battlefront 1, and there are issues that, well, unfortunately not many people have, brought up due to, whatever reasons they might be. But one of the reasons that I've had is because I like to play my shit offline every now and then, because, let's face it, not everybody has a perfect internet connection, or all of a sudden weather, knocks down your internet signal and you got nothing else to play because most of the stuff is online only. This is something else that I would like to address a lot of game companies, and I would like a lot of other gamers in this community to address to these companies as well, that not everybody is going to have internet connection at the time being, or even a subscription to PlayStation Plus or Xbox Gold. Now, I'm excited and at the same time skeptical, because we have them. We have them by the balls. We have them on a vice. EA's panicking. They're coming up with all these, oh, we're sorry, we didn't listen to you, now we're gonna do things better. It's just like a bad relationship. It's a really bad relationship. This is a toxic relationship, and EA is the abusive, partner. You know, we're the victims here. We break up with them. We're giving them the ultimatum. Hey, either you change your shit or it's over. And they come back saying, oh no, I'm sorry, I promise things will change, everything will be different, everything will be better. And then we give them that chance, and right when we least expect it, we're back to square one. Why? Because we're not really teaching them anything. We're not teaching them how to respect not only the gaming community, but the clientele in general. You know, we spend $60+ on these games for half, and if we're lucky, we get half a game for $60. Now, other game companies, EA, Activision, you know, there are other bastards who like to, you know, sponge us dry. And until we don't do something about it, right now, this was really impressive that we've actually managed to put him on this kind of tight situation, because it is a tight situation for EA. Unfortunately, they still think that their sports games are actually gonna kind of level out the playing field. But let's be honest, sports games like NFL and those basketball games and soccer games, they sell good for you know whatever. I've seen those damn games at a pawn shop for less than $1, and I've seen them on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and I gotta tell you, it's pathetic. We really want to teach these companies a lesson. We got to keep doing what we've been doing for the past month, and if not 2 months. I'm not even sure when this whole thing started, but I talked about this like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I've talked about this stuff, and only now people are starting to see the light. Now, if we don't come together as a community, and enough with the separatism. Oh, some people don't mind paying the extra amount of money, and others do give a shit about how much they're actually paying. If we don't actually come together and find some sort of common ground, this is as good as how the government's working right now with the Democrats and the Republicans. Honestly, we need to find common ground and make these companies respect us, not just see us with dollar signs on their eyes. You know, back in the day, games meant something, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are thinking to themselves, yeah, when Battlefront 1 and 2 came out on the PlayStation 2, those were the days. That was fun. Yes, it was, because we had all of our shit there. We didn't have to pay extra. We didn't even need the option to have internet or a subscription to play those games. It was fun. It was wow. It was the best experience on a Star Wars game we've ever had since Nintendo. Now we have something even more advanced than that, something that's even more real, something that puts us in the Star Wars universe to a deeper level. And because this company knows that, that's why they feel that it's their opportunity to sponge us dry. And that's what they're doing. They're bleeding us. But not anymore. But at the same time, don't get too confident. I'm warning everybody right now in advance, don't get too confident. Give it a month. Give it a month. That's all I'm asking. Give it a month. We're in the middle of November right now. Give it a month. Give it until December something. December 23rd, December 24th or something. Not that the fucking game's waiting for you right there underneath the Christmas tree. But give it until then. You know? And I guarantee you, EA is totally gonna change everything. And they might even change their practices. And not just EA, but other companies will see, and they will be like, whoa, dude, you know what? We should be a lot careful about how we sell our games to these people. We should be a little bit more, you know, cautious, because our livelihoods are at stake, our companies are at stake, our stockholders are at stake. You know, the investment itself is at stake. There's a lot of things we can do, and we've accomplished only half of what our intentions are. So if you want to see this game succeed, if you want to see this gorgeous portrayal of everything we've ever loved about Star Wars survive, then we gotta do it. Give it a month. Just give it 1 month. I guarantee you that things will change for the better. And like I said before, and I'm gonna keep pounding this into your heads like a fucking rusty ass nail until you all see it. Put your fucking egos aside of whether or not you can afford the best shit, or whether you can afford the pre-order, or whether you can afford the collector's edition, limited edition, or whatever other names these fucking publishers like to give their products, and peddle it to us and shovel it down our fucking throats like shit. Give it a month. You think I'm happy about actually having to wait this long in order to play a game that I've been waiting since the first one? Just remember, the first one sucked, and we'll remember why. So there's not much to it, people. Just give it a month. I'm pretty sure most of you can live without this game for more than a month. You really want these fucking publishers to respect you? You really want them to actually, you know, consider your needs rather than their fucking pockets? Then give the game a fucking month. I can't stress this enough. Give it a goddamn fucking month, and I guarantee you that things will change, and it will be to our favor. Don't make the mistake of not listening to my advice 3 years ago, where I warned everybody about this, and nothing was done. No one gave a shit. I was criticized. Oh, you're just saying that because you're some poor fucking bastard and you live in a trailer park. No. No, it's not because of that. It's because I give a shit where my money goes. If you don't, that's your problem. You have no concept of what money is. You're probably just some millennial brat living out of your fucking parents' house, earning your whatchamacallit, your allowance, or working your little part-time jobs where you don't have any other bills to pay other than your fucking phone. And so you know, troll everybody else who does give a shit about what they're paying for and how much it's gonna cost. So give it a goddamn fucking month. I'm stressing this. I want to see it happen. I want to see EA burn. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you want the same exact shit, because this is only just the beginning. Now, with that said, I just like to say again, congratulations to everybody. I hope that we continue on, because they have their trend, now we have ours, and all these game companies know where we stand as well. So, power to the gamer, everyone. This was your friend, Andy Gamer Chanel, signing off!